I was just reading something on there about zombies running. Oh my god. Not in Torrington, I hope. We don't know. That's just everyday life, I think. I'm joking, Torrington people. Anyway, hello and welcome to Monday. I had a fabulous weekend with my mother. We had a really good fun time. We always do. Me and Mum we're best friends and we always have such good fun together. We really do. I think as you get older, your relationship and your friendship blossoms with your mum. If you're lucky enough, and fortunately I am. I have a really lovely relationship with my mum. And we had our raclette night on Saturday night, the three of us, very cosy it was in the kitchen. So I don't know if you caught that, so hopefully you did, you catched up on that video on YouTube. And then Mother made some pancakes, and of course I got it wrong because I put self-raising flour, and of course it should be plain flour in pancakes and Yorkshire puddings. Having a northern mother, I got dutifully told off. Anyway, we didn't eat this on raclette night because we had so much blooming food. We had snails, we had mussels, prawns, gammon, chicken, piri-piri, vegetables, oh you name it, we had it. We were absolutely by the end of the night. But it was like 2 hours of just eating and drinking, wine, and chatting and laughing, and it was a really lovely, lovely evening. But we didn't eat the Aberdeen Angus lean diced beef steak, which is 5% fat. Woohoo! Very good. From Lidl. I think it was £3 something. So I've got Tesco's coming tonight, so I need to get rid of a load of stuff out my fridge to leave room for Lidl. Tesco, I've got Tesco. Tesco's coming. So this is what's left over for some bits and pieces from raclette night. So I'm just going to start sort of shoving stuff in a pan and see what comes out basically. Hopefully it will be nice and it will be edible. So I'm going to get a big pan, I think, because hopefully there'll be quite a bit which I can freeze down some of it. So I've got my big pan. I am going to give that a spray with some 1 cal. This is the butter one that I've got. So give that a good old spritz. And then I'm going to pop that on. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just going to warm it up. And then I've got celery, chillies, a sad little corn on the corny kit, baby corn, some pepper, a few tomatoes, some tinned potatoes, some ginger and garlic, a red onion, some of these lovely portobello mushrooms, and a little bit of broccoli spears. So I think to start with, what I'll do is turn this back down now it's warmed up. I'm just going to heat up my meat. And what I'm going to do with this is take that off the grill. I'm going to get some corn flour, which you will need to sin, and I'm going to mix up a little bit of corn flour with some water. So a heaped teaspoon of corn flour, and about an inch of water mixed in with my corn flour. Then I'm just going to season. I've got some Himalayan salt and some pepper. And then to that, I'm going to add some curry powder. So, I think 2 teaspoons of curry powder gone in there. And then I'm just going to add a couple of other spices. Oh dear. So I'm going to put in some cumin. Oh, of course it won't fit in. What's that? That's half a teaspoon. Oh God, that don't fit in either. Oh, for heaven's sake. A grapefruit teaspoon. 1.5 of those of cumin. And a teaspoon of turmeric. Apparently we should all be eating a lot more turmeric. It's very, very good for us. And some cayenne pepper. Teaspoon of that. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of, well, make it half, of ground cinnamon. So that's that. I'm going to mix that round, if I can, in there. Then I'm going to heat up my wok again. Not too high, because I don't want this to go really tough. So you want to keep it reasonably low. And then I'm going to pour everything in. Turn up a little bit more, just to get it going. And then to that, I'm going to add bits and pieces of what I've got. So I've got my ginger, which I am just scraping with a spoon, the skin, because that's the most efficient and the best way to do it, because then you don't lose loads of your ginger just by scraping off the skin like so. And then you get your little doobie donk, and that's probably about, there goes my nail, about, I blooming painted them last night. I did Mother's nails for her last night, because this morning she went off to the hotel with her friends. Bless her. So she's now at the hotel, Saunton Sands Hotel. If you want to have a look at it online, have a look. Saunton, S-A-U-N-T-O-N, Sands Hotel. It's an Art Deco 1930s hotel, sitting right on the beach of Saunton Sands, overlooking Saunton Sands, and it is absolutely breathtaking. Have a look. If you fancy going somewhere and you're looking for a bit of a posh weekend, a bit of a nice, you know, a nice break, bit of a treat, then I can recommend Saunton Sands Hotel. Right, so we've got our ginger in there now. Okay, and to that I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. So we've got our beef, our spices, our ginger, and a tin of tomatoes. That's that. Then to the tomatoes and the beef, give that a nice stir around. I'm going to add, where did I put my knife? Oh, here it is. Some celery. So I've got 3 sticks of celery, and I'm going to chuck all of that in. I know it seems quite a lot, but I'm hoping to make quite a lot, to be honest, because that's quite a lot of beef for 2 people. So celery and peppers, I'll put those in, and I'm just going to cut those quite, rustic. Put the sweet corn in that I had, and whoopie daisy. Oh my god! Oh dear! I'm on form. Peppers, and another pepper, and courgette. And the courgette, I'm just going to cube the courgette, I think. Jason doesn't like courgette, so I tried to sort of disguise it. And he always says to me, "You do know I know there's courgette in here, don't you?" No. Right, so half a courgette. I won't put too much in because he doesn't like courgette. And then I've got these tomatoes, my God, I'm talking gibber. I've got these potatoes, and it's about half a tin of potatoes from Saturday night. So they're going in as well. They're tinned potatoes. Did I say that? I can't remember. Losing the plot. And I've got my broccoli spears, and I'm just chopping the whole lot up. And that's going in as well. And you can do this with any meat, or meatless. You don't have to put the meat in, And then some onion. So I've got red onions, and I'm just going to cut those quite rustic as well. Now we're not going to have any rice with this, because we ate quite a lot at the weekend. So I've got to try and pull it back now. So no rice. We've got a few potatoes in there though, so that'll fill us. And I'm going to do something a little bit different at the end. So I think with those mushrooms, so a whole mushroom, roughly chopped. I want some garlic in there, don't I? A little bit of garlic. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I'll just use it up. 4. So I've got 4 cloves of garlic. So I'll get those in, and then I will come back to you in a minute once I've done that, because that's a bit boring. Right, so I've put my 4 garlics in. I've added a little bit of water from the kettle because it was getting a bit thick. So I've added that in, and I'm now just cooking it all down. And I want to cook this for, as long as I can really, so it all sort of goes lovely and soft and nice. And as you can see, have got quite a lot there. I am just going to add in some Liam Perrin. And then a little bit of seasoning, salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to give it a stir, and then I'm going to try it and see if I think it needs any chillies. Now you need to obviously try yours to see if yours needs any chillies, depending on how you like it, obviously. So, and you just want the juice really, just try the juice. No good eating a blooming half-cooked potato. Just sort of push your spoon in and get the nice juices and have a go at that. That's plenty hot enough for me. That's nice. Any hotter and I would have to be putting yoghurt in it. And I've only got coconut yoghurt. And although I know coconut and curry goes well. I don't really want to put coconut yogurt in it. I think that'll be a bit wrong. Now, to add a little bit of sweetness to it, I'm just going to add a few sultanas. I always think they're quite nice. My mum used to put sultanas in our curry, and I quite like them. It gives them a little bit of a different dimension. So just a few, just to give it a tiny little bit of sweetness. I've got some prunes, and you could chop up some prunes and put those in as well, and that would give it a bit, a little bit of a sweetness if you wanted to. But the sultanas will be enough, so I don't need to. So that's now just going to sit and cook, and just cook down and cook down. If you need to add a little water to it, then do so. But you've got quite a nice thick sauce going on there because you added that teaspoon of corn flour to it. And that's worth putting in and sinning. It really is. Otherwise, you've got a really watery curry. No, I don't want that. Does anybody want that? I don't know. I don't think so. I like something a bit more like the consistency of a nice thick stew, than a weak soup. So that's that going in there. I did have these tomatoes, but I don't think I'm going to put them in. I think we've got plenty in here, more than enough going on in there. So the only other thing that I was going to do was I'm going to cover it, because that will help bring on the cooking. And my biggest lid is my big saucepan lid, so it's not going to be really big enough, but it just about fit over it. There we go. And then I'm going to cook that down on a very low heat, and I will keep checking it every sort of 10 minutes, and I'm going to cook it for about half an hour, and I will come back to you. It's now 4:45, and Mr. Tesco's is coming between 5 and 6, but you guarantee he will be here at 2 minutes to 6. We'll see. He has been all the other times. So that's that. The only other thing I'm going to do is those mushrooms, those little portobello mushrooms, and I'll show you that in a minute when this is cooked down more, because no point in doing that yet because it's too soon. It's all about timing, getting your timings right, because if you don't get your timings right, something goes cold and it's not a nice dish. So it's getting your timings right. Anyway, I'm now talking a load of old jibber jabber, so I'll come back to you later on when I'm a bit more coherent. Right, I've moved my curry over, and I've got myself a saucepan, frying pan. I haven't improved while you've been away. I'm still an idiot. And I've got a bit of water in there. Water on the ready brain, I reckon. Anyway, I've got vegetable stock cube. I've no idea if this is going to work, but I've just got it in the head that it might do. So we'll try it and see. So what I'm going to do is break in vegetable stock cube into my water, giving that a bit of a stir around. Mix it into the water. Might need to add a little bit more. And then once your stock cube is all sort of melted in nicely, I'm just going to turn that down, and I'm just going to grab, which I've just put away, which is so annoying, I'm going to grab some garlic salt, because I think that's going to be nice in there. So I'm just going to sprinkle in a nice big sprinkle of garlic salt in there. Turn the heat back up. Get that stirred in. That's smells lovely, really nice. But I love garlic, absolutely love garlic. Right, a little bit more water. And then I'm going to turn this down. And then I'm going to get my mushrooms and I'm going to put them in there. Then I'm going to cover them with the lid that I had the curry covered with and leave them to cook down. So they shouldn't take long, maybe 15 minutes. And I'll turn them over halfway through the cooking and I'll come back to you and show you when I'm doing that. Curry's looking really good. That's their look. Looking pretty good. As you can see, there's plenty of it, as per usual. So if you want to thicken that up, all I would say is put a little bit of the juice in a cup with half a teaspoon of corn flour, which you will sin, and then pour it back in and give it a stir, and that will make your sauce nice and thick. Because I know sometimes when you put a lid onto a curry or something, it can make it go a bit watery. So you might want to thicken it back up again. But I'm going to leave the lid off now for the remainder of the cooking time. And mine should thicken up okay. I don't think I'll need to put any more in. So, there we go. That's it so far. And I will come back in about 7 minutes. I've just had a thought. I've got a tin of this in the cupboard and I think it will go really nice. And it's chickpea dal. And this one is free, so be careful though, because some of them aren't free on Slimming World. But this particular make, that is free on Slimming World. I have made a chickpea dal, like a curry loaf. So if you fancy that, have a look on my YouTube site. That is delicious, really, really nice. And that would have gone beautifully with the curry tonight. So just be careful when you spoon it out, because you've got all the chickpeas on top, and then as you get into it, there, you've got like this sauce at the bottom. So don't go, you know, like I would normally, too heavy-handed in there, otherwise you're going to get covered in curry. So spoon that out into your pan. Sorry, Sharon. Give that a good old mix. And I'm just going to literally heat that through when we're a bit nearer the time. And yeah, mushrooms are doing all right. Just had a look at those. Might give those a little turn as I've got the lid off. So they've got that nice vegetable, garlicky sort of broth that they're cooking in, keeping them all nice and succulent, and they're not drying out. And they're soaking up that vegetable sort of stock. Might just add a little bit of water to that for the last bit of cooking. Just a little tiny spot. Mix around. They're looking lovely. Right, pop our lid back onto those. And there we go. So we're getting there. We are. We're not far off. Curry needs to cook down a little bit longer. I want that curry cooking down for. Jace don't get home till 6 o'clock anyway, so I've got plenty of time. So yeah, just waiting for Tesco's really. But I want to do this video so that I might do a Tesco's haul. Depends what time he gets here. If he gets here at 5 to 6 and I've got Jason coming in at 6, then you've had it. I'm not doing it. But if he comes in the next sort of, what are we now? Yeah, if he comes in the next 20 minutes, then I'll do one. So, wait and see. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Oh, I just wanted to do a shout out. I've been watching a guy called Bigfella. He is so funny. He really is. He's as funny as me and Sharon. You've got to go over and have a look at him. So if you don't subscribe to Bigfella, he is a Scottish lad and he is very, very funny. He's just been to Barcelona to a fabulous hotel in the middle of Barcelona. The breakfast looked absolutely gorgeous. But he was really good and he stayed on plan and he was Slimming World and he was really, really good, bless him. And he's done loads and loads of walking. But he comes up with some really good ideas and tips and things like that. So he's got loads of videos. So if you fancy, you know, following a guy, which is nice, you know. There's a lot, I know there's a couple of guys out there that do YouTube vlogs on Slimming World and stuff. But I think it's sort of, it is a bit sort of women biased, isn't it, really? Yeah, go and check him out. He is really good. So I think you'll want to subscribe. He's got about, well, he did have about 800 subscribers when I last looked, which was yesterday. So don't forget to subscribe to him because he works really hard on his videos. He really does. He puts really good content in there and he has bits coming in and bits coming out and information, and not like me, I just do it one off and then upload it and that's it. Jobs are good. I'm a bit of a technophobe, I'm afraid. I press play, press stop and that's it, upload. So yeah, go over to his channel, Bigfella. Deb's Factor Fabulous, we were talking at the weekend, me and Debs, and we were talking about spinach. She's my little olive. And what we put spinach in and things like that. And she said, oh, she's a bit boring. She said, I just put it in salad. Anyway, Debs, you put 100 wet spinach in it. It would go really, really well. At this stage now, I would put about half a packet of spinach on top of that and let it wilt down. But I love spinach, so if you don't like spinach, don't put so much in. But it will wilt down a lot, as you know. Spinach really does. But it's full of iron and it's really, really good. Really good for nutrients. And all that sort of goodness. So yeah, so Popeye eats it. It's good enough for me. So yeah, what do you do with spinach? Comment down below. I mean, I put it in salads. I put it in my Christmas quiche and curry. Obviously, I like it in curry. And I did it the other day. I put it in meatballs. That was really nice. I didn't actually do a video of that, and I said afterwards to Jace, oh, I wish I'd done a video of this because it is so nice. It's not that all my other videos are rubbish, the food wise I mean, but it was lovely, and I put spinach in with the meatballs and it was really, really tasty. So that's something else that you could put it in. And I don't know, what else could you put spinach in other than just, you know, I mean, you could do a NutriBullet, couldn't you? But God, it's horrible. Hate it. I've got a NutriBullet under the cupboard. I use it as a blender. Absolutely. I drink about 2 mouthfuls and I'm like, no, can't do it. So yeah, comment below. Let me know if you do it in something different other than curry, quiche, salads. You know, if there's something else that you put it in, meatballs. If there's something else that you do. Then let me know. Comment below. So, I'm going to dish up. So this is Monday, is Saturday night leftovers, Monday night Indian tea. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get my spoon. And I've got my chickpea dal, which I'm going to put a spoonful on my plate. Like so. And then on top of that, I'm going to top that with some mushrooms. Like that. Can you see what I'm doing? So that's that. So that's your dal and your vegetable and garlic salt juicy mushrooms. Let's get that out of the way. we've got our curry to top it off. So I'm going to use, it is quite thick, but because I haven't got any rice and I don't want it slopping all over the plate. There it is there. Looks like a real thick stew, doesn't it? But it's a curry. So I'm just going to get some of my meat and my veggies and the sauce, the pepper, and there we have it. A Monday night curry. I think that looks alright. Looks pretty darn tasty. So I'll take a photo and then I will do a taste test and I'll come back to you in 2 seconds. Oh, right, so let's give it a little taste. So I'm going to taste the meat first. And the vegetables. That's nice. Very nice. My meat has gone a little bit tough, I do believe. And that's a shame because that little bit was a bit tough. Because I cooked it really slow. And I didn't whiz it off, you know, to start with really high. So I don't know why it's tough. And it was, you know, a nice cut of meat, I think. It is a little bit tough, that bit, if I'm honest. Tasty. Very tasty. Vegetable nice. They've got a little bit of bite to them. I like that. I'm going to try another bit of meat. I'm a bit disappointed with that meat, Liddles. Ugh. Might just be that bit though. Quite was a bit spicy, that bit. Whew. Hang on. That's better. That's more tender. I just had a bit of rough meat. Trust me. That's much tender, that bit. Nice. That's better. Well, don't feel so bad now. Sorry, Liddles. Right. I like it with the potatoes in. Just a few potatoes. I've got about 3 bits of potatoes, but I quite like that. And the celery. That's nice. Got a bit of crunch. So I'm going to try these mushrooms with the chickpea dal. So there's our, oh god, chickpeas and our mushrooms. That's a winner. Nice, those mushrooms are so juicy. Oh, they're lovely. Really nice. And that chickpea dal goes really well with those mushrooms. Really accompanies it really well. Sorry, stuff in my face. Very nice. Apart from that first bit of meat that was a bit ropey, the rest of it is lovely. And that other bit of meat was nice. Let me just finish trying another bit of meat. Sorry, I'm getting a bit obsessed with meat now. Let me try another bit of meat. There's nothing worse when you buy some meat though, is there? And it's tough. I hate that. And you've paid, you know, like $3.50 for a little bit of meat. You know. No, that's fine. That's nice. It's just that bit. That can go in the bin. Right. So this, I think, is a winner. Really nice. Just to show you what you can do with leftovers, you know, on a Saturday night or any night. You know, don't chuck them out. Be a bit creative, you know, and cook up a curry or something. Always goes down well, doesn't it? Doesn't our house. Anyway, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care and have a lovely evening, and speak to you soon.